I love when people say, but Haitians are so religious and 90 something percent of Haiti is Christians. Guys, religion is a cloak, okay? I'm not talking about this cloak of religion or this cloak of Christianity, okay? I'm talking about the true principled belief and the true covenant. Who are people in covenant with? That's what I'm talking about. Are you in covenant with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords? Are you in covenant with another force, another entity, another idea, okay? When I was young and I was going to Haitian churches, there would be pastors that are going through something or their children are going through something. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You even deal with it in your family. You go through to these religious households. But the moment a real problem hits or they need some answers, what's the first thing they do? Oh, I got to go catch a plane to Haiti to go handle something. Oh, I got to go do this to go. Oh, I got to go see somebody. So where you run to in your time of need, that is evidence of where you place your faith and your belief. So you can fool everybody else. You can wear this cloak of Christianity as tight as you want to wear. You can say all the hymns. You can sing the chant d'espérance. You can do all of that stuff. But when it's all said and done, when you are praying, when you are seeking your answers, where do you go? Because for too many Haitians, they run to the spirits. They run to these quote unquote lois. And you guys seem to think that God is some dummy that you can play him. God is not dumb. You will reap what you sow. And if you do not serve him, that's your prerogative. I'm not here to convince you to believe in him. That's not what I'm saying at all. Right? Do I support you in that? 100%. Do I encourage you in that? 100%. But I'm not here to fight your salvation for you. That's your business. Okay? What I am here to simply acknowledge and here to point out is, listen, let's draw the line down the middle so we can see where darkness is and what light is. You make your personal choice. So now let's go scripturally. Haiti or Haitians are not doing anything different from what the Israelites did. The Israelites always found themselves in this level of bondage, of this level of chaos. And every single time they blame God, oh, God don't care about us. Where they said, listen, the same thing you guys say. Where was he when we were in slavery? Where was he when this was happening? They were literally living in the consequence of their own actions. If you go back to the Judges, when you go, I think Judges 6-8, the story of Gideon. When God called Gideon to the people, they said, oh, God, where was he when we were going through all this? When was he? You are literally living in the punishment of serving your idols. You are literally eating the consequences of the own meal that you served yourself. And you're saying, oh, well, if he cared about us, why are we going through what we're going through? There is a level of foolishness as humans, like, oh my gosh. Before Gideon could even begin to deliver the people from this darkness, right? So that they can go win against their enemy. You know what God told him to do? Tear down every single altar first. Because the people were serving these idol gods. Tear it all down and establish my altar. You know what them Israelites tried to do? They tried to kill Gideon, because he had the audacity to go tear down their idol worship. And Gideon's dad stepped out because he was the leader of this idol worship now. But it hit him because now he's challenged with my son desecrating these idols that I'm worshiping. And then he told the people, you guys don't have to try to kill my son. If these idols have power, let them try to do it themselves. Because it's like his conscience hit him like, oh, am I really going to let my son be sacrificed for these idols? Okay, now let's go to the Haitian people, okay? We have this obsession with people with thinking that we're innocent. And that's why we feel so much like victims, because we genuinely think that we're innocent. Bon Dieu. All right, we're going to go here. Let's go here. Let's touch it. Let's touch that sore spot completely. Like, let's open it up. Let's go. Haiti is a jewel in terms of the African culture and community. In terms of all the different, let's say, African tribes that have been separated from the land of Africa through slavery, through the slave trade. And the reason Haiti is so powerful is because a lot of people say, oh, we don't know where from Africa we come from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Haitian people, if you really pay attention, a lot of us don't have that problem. I'm going to show you how. In African culture, meaning spirituality, all the different spirits all have drums. Okay, this is why music is so important. All the different spirits all have drums that they practice. So when you hear people talk about in Haitians when they're doing rada and all these different things, okay, These are all sounds of drums. So every single voodoo temple in Haiti has a unique sound of the drums that they do that represents the spirits that they follow. So every single temple is connected. The main three are connected to the Dahomey, to Congo, and to Yoruba. These are the main three temples, okay, that they're connected. They all have their own names, but these are the cultures that they're connected to. So the African slaves, when they came to Haiti, they never let go of the sounds of their drums that matched the spirits that they worship. So depending on how long your ancestors have been in that area in Haiti, you will be able to trace back where your ancestors are from in Africa, the area they're from, just by that alone, just by following the laws that your family worship. If you ask your mother and your father, if you're Haitian, listen to this, and you say, what laws did our grandmothers? Because sometimes some of you guys, your mothers or your fathers aren't involved in that, right? It could be their grandparents or great grandparents, right? Because it's ancestral. A lot of us are removed. And that's why I was so pissed off by these generational curses, because I'm not serving these things. I don't have anything to do with these things, yet I'm facing the consequences of them. So I'm real passionate about this stuff, okay? So I had to go find, because God is so good to me, let me say it like that I'm calling things out by name. You follow? Okay. So when I go to my mom and I talk to her about what the laws name are, the laws basically, like, okay, you know how like in Greek mythology, they had Zeus, Hades, etc., Aphrodite, etc. The Romans had Pluto, Juno, all of these different gods. The religion of voodoo, these religions across the world, is polytheist. I can never say that word, okay? Meaning they believe in multiple gods. So whatever the laws are, whoever these spirits are, there's a name for the entities. So behind the scenes, I was already doing my research through the grace of God, and he waited till after I denounced demonic covenants and curses before I could even research the stuff. A lot of you guys, most of you guys, you need to go denounce demonic covenants and curses before you go research any of these things, because you don't understand how much these things, depending on the bloodline of your family, they're trying to call you and drag you in. So you better get yourself disconnected, okay? But anyways, God did not reveal the truth of this principle to me till after I was completely far removed, okay? So now I'm researching the temple where I knew that was the area where my family was, the Dahomey, and in Haiti, because we followed Dahomey drums, or they did, my ancestors did, and then finding out what the name of the laws were that my great grandparents, etc., followed. I was able to trace the ancestry just by knowing this, because the spirituality of the voodoo, it doesn't begin in Haiti. If you can find the names of these laws, the variation of it is literally going to come from the African tribe. So you'll be able to identify what tribe you come from just by learning the identity of the spirituality, the laws that your lineage has been serving. I'm going somewhere with this. Now, here's the thing. More than a decade before I even did this research, I had already did an ancestry DNA. And when I did the ancestry DNA, I was able to locate through the ancestry DNA which area they say that my bloodline, it's located. Well, here comes a decade later, and then now I do this research to find out through my parents, what lineage, right, of laws that the ancestors serve. And then I went back to my ancestry DNA. I did the research on this, went to my ancestry DNA, put the two maps on top of each other, and it was identical. So I knew I hit bullseye. Here's the point. So I knew without a shadow of a doubt that my lineage was from Dahomey. Here's the point. Research Dahomey. Research Dahomey. Dahomey Kingdom was one of the most brutal kingdoms in Africa when it comes to slave trade. And I'm not talking about enslaving outsiders. No, enslaving their own people. They would do festivals where, let's say if a king died or whatever, they would just sacrifice. Human sacrifices was a thing. They would just sacrifice thousands of people just because. This is the way these people operated and lived their lives. So you guys can do zheshesh all you want as if that didn't happen or that's not important. But when I did my own research and understood some of the things that my ancestors have done prior to Haiti, I said, God, you got it. Yeah, we deserve that. Y'all don't want to hear it. We deserved it. I asked him for forgiveness to remove myself from the lineage that I come from, right? And the ways in which they operated in rebellion against him. Human sacrifices? Be for real. Some of you guys right now come from lineages that did human sacrifices. And the consequence, all you got was slavery. You should recognize that slavery was God giving you mercy. Because if you come from that kind of lineage that did that level of wickedness and evil towards its own people prior to entering into the slave trade, recognize that the slave trade was mercy to give you an opportunity to meet a God that will deliver you from that level of evil that will let you operate against your own people that way. See, y'all don't want to hear this level of truth. You don't. So when I talk about denouncing demonic covenants and curses, you think I'm talking about just Haiti? Guys, I took it all the way back to Africa. And then back to Africa, I took it all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Like, I denounce and renounce it all. Because I don't want to stand in anything that's misaligned, right, with God. I don't want to stand outside of his covenant. I'm not talking about perfectionism. I'm talking about who I want to be married to. I want my spirituality. I want my soul. I want my belief system. Everything that I believe in, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, for generations to come. I want it to be married to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So whatever this was, and I know it goes beyond just centuries. This is thousands of years of nonsense. When I talk about being a generational curse breaker, I'm talking about that. And you want me to focus on what about their generational curses? When I'm fighting my war, you think I give a damn what's going on with you? I have to win my war. Oh, well, they don't have to go repent. I'm trying to get my success. How are they repenting, giving me my spiritual success? I want my spiritual success. And you are so entangled in pride, unforgiveness, victimizing mindsets. You are so entangled in that you can't see how your freedom should be more important to you than their retribution, than their punishment. What are we doing here? No, you can't go to God until you see God do revenge. The creator of heaven and earth. Okay, keep playing that game. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. If you do, God bless you. I don't play like that. I love y'all. Have a good day.